They say that in the deep woods of Vermont, the trees are the only ones who truly know how to keep a secret. My name is Elena, and for 7 years, I lived in a house built over a shallow grave, waiting for the spring thaw to reveal the truth. My mother, Clara, didn't just leave us. She didn't run away with a lover like my father told the police. She didn't leave her favorite locket on the nightstand and her car in the driveway because she wanted a fresh start. She stayed because he made sure she couldn't leave. My father, Silas, was a man of God, a pillar of the community, the man who sat in the front pew every Sunday, weeping for his lost wife. Within 6 months, he brought home the comfort. Her name was Martha. Martha was the woman who organized the church bake sales. She was the one who brought us casseroles while the search parties were still in the woods. She moved into my mother's bedroom, and she started wearing my mother's clothes. "Elena, darling," Martha would say, her voice like cold honey, "we must pray for your mother's soul, wherever her sinful heart led her." I was 10. I watched them burn my mother's journals in the backyard incinerator. I watched them scrub the floorboards in the basement with bleach until the wood turned white. I watched my father's hands, those big, powerful hands, and I remembered the sound of the heavy thud in the night that everyone told me was just a falling branch. For 7 years, I was the perfect orphan. I helped Martha with the chores. I listened to my father's sermons about the wickedness of women. I was the shadow that never made a sound. But last month, during the hottest July on record, the old well behind the barn finally went dry. My father told me to stay away from it. He said the vapors were dangerous, but I waited until they went to the county fair. I took a flashlight and a heavy rope. I climbed down into the dark, into the smell of damp earth and iron. At the bottom, under a layer of heavy stones, I didn't find water. I found her, or what was left of her. My mother's locket wasn't on the nightstand. It was still around her neck, and clutched in her bony fingers was a scrap of fabric, a piece of a black clerical collar. I didn't call the local sheriff. The sheriff played poker with my father every Friday night. I didn't run to the neighbors. Instead, I waited for the Founders' Day celebration. It was the biggest event of the year. The town square was packed. My father was on the main stage receiving an award for Citizen of the Year. He stood there, looking tall and righteous, holding a glass of lemonade. "I owe everything to this community and to the memory of the woman who, sadly, chose a different path." I walked up the stairs of the gazebo. I wasn't carrying a trophy. I was carrying the locket and the black collar. I didn't use the microphone. I just walked up to him and pressed the locket into his hand. "The well went dry, Dad," I whispered, my voice carrying through the silent crowd like a gunshot. "And Mom, she wanted her jewelry back." The look on his face wasn't grief, it wasn't confusion, it was pure, paralyzing guilt. I stepped back and looked at the crowd. I saw the sheriff, I saw the church elders, and then I pointed to the projector screen behind him. I had spent the night before scanning the prayer journals Martha thought she had hidden, the journals where she recorded in detail how Silas had cleansed the house of the harlot so they could be together in holy union. I didn't have to say a word. The words on the screen, written in Martha's neat, pious handwriting, did the work for me. I watched the man of God crumble into a pile of expensive soot and sweat. I watched Martha try to run, only to be caught by the same men who had eaten her casseroles for 7 years. The woods of Vermont are still quiet, but the house, the one built on the lie, it's empty now. They say you can't hide a body forever, because eventually the earth gets thirsty, and when the water stops, the blood always rises.
Hello guys, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Nice story. Thanks for watching.